Check out ProBoxingSupplies.com, PowerPerformanceProducts.com, and you're watching MMAinterviews.tv.
UFC fans, we'd like to welcome you to the official weigh-ins for UFC Fight Night on FX. Tomorrow in our main event, it's a matchup of welterweight contenders as Martin the Hitman Kampmann takes on Thiago Pitbull Alves. Also on the menu, the UFC's inaugural flyweight tournament. Demetrius Johnson squares off against Ian McCall, and in the other semifinal, it'll be Joseph Benavidez opposite Yasuhiro Arishitani. It is all yours right here in Sydney and live on Fuel TV. We'd also like to offer a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members. It is a pleasure to have you here in the land down under.
What's up, Sydney, Australia? How about a warm welcome, Ariane Celeste. Our matchmaker, Joe Silver's in the building. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer, is here as well. And the hype man, he is B-Dub. Burt Watson, these are your official weigh-ins, and we begin our first prelim in the heavyweight division. Making his UFC debut, Ollie Thompson and Sean the Savage Jordan. First fighter to the scale is Sean Jordan. And his opponent, Ollie Thompson. For Ollie Thompson. How about a hand for the debuting heavyweight Sean Jordan and Ollie Thompson? Our next fight, part of the prelims on Fuel TV in the featherweight division. Mackins, Demetis Semazur, and Daniel the Pit Pineda. First fighter to the scale, Daniel Pineda. For Daniel Pineda. And his opponent, Matt Demetis Semazur. For Mackins Semazur. Featherweight prelim, Daniel Pineda and Mackins Semazur. Our next bout in the welterweight division, TJ Waldberger against Jake the Hitman Hecht. First fighter to the scale is Jake Hecht. 181 for Jake Heck. And his opponent, TJ Wahlberger. 170 for TJ Wahlberger. Your welterweights, Jake Heck and TJ Wahlberger. Our next bout comes in the middleweight division. Kyle Note and Andrew Craig. First fighter to the scale, making his UFC debut, is Andrew Craig. For Andrew Craig. And his opponent, let's hear it, one of Australia's finest, Kyle Note. $185 for Kyle Note. All right, let's hear it for the middleweights, Andrew Craig and Kyle Note. Our next fight in the featherweight division, Cole Magriño Miller and Super Steven Siler. First fighter to the scale is Steven Siler. $146 for Steven Siler. And his opponent is Cole Magriño Miller. Cole Miller making his UFC featherweight debut. $146 for Cole Miller. Prelim on Fuel TV, Cole Miller and Steven Siler. All right, our next fight in the light heavyweight division, Anthony the Hippo Perron and Nick the Quiet Assassin Penner. First fighter to the scale is Nick Penner. hear it, Anthony, the Hippo Peros. And Nick Benner, the prelim, yours on Fuel TV. And we stay in the light heavyweight division. Our next up, James Tahuna and Aaron Rosa. First fighter to the scale is Aaron Rosa. Five and a half for Aaron Rosa and his opponent, James Tahuna. James Tahuna. That's your final prelim. Light heavyweights, James Tahuna and Aaron Rosa. All right, now we get to the main card for the UFC Fight Night on FX in the middleweight division. Court, the Crusher McGee and Costa Philippou. First fighter to the scale is Costa Philippou. Costa Philippou and his opponent, your Ultimate Fighter Season 11 winner, Court, the Crusher McGee. Court McGee. Let's hear it for the middleweights, Costa Philippou and Court McGee. All right, now we get to our first semifinal in the inaugural UFC flyweight tournament. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson and Ian Uncle Creepy McCall. First fighter to the scale is Ian McCall. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. For Demetrius Johnson. And that will be the first flyweight fight in UFC history. How about a hand, Ian McCall and Demetrius Johnson. Our second semifinal in the flyweight tournament. Joseph Benavidez and Yasuhiro Arishitani. First fighter to the scale making his UFC debut, Yasuhiro Arishitani. 125.5 for Yasuhiro Arishitani. And his opponent is Joseph Benavidez. $25.5 for Joseph Benavidez. Your second flyweight semifinal, Yasuhiro Arishitani and Joseph Benavidez. All right, now we take a closer look at the welterweight contenders in our main event of the fight.
He's coming out with power, Mike. He's there to send a message to Poppy. Thiago looking to finish this fight right here. He's taking it!
He's a tough dude. I respect him, you know. I love watching Thiago fight. He's an explosive striker, and he's knocked out some of the best, you know. When I got the offer, I thought, yeah, I'll fight him. You know, he's got a great name.
Kampmann is the top of the food chain, you know, he's a really, really tough guy. That's what you get, you know, at the top of the weight class, and that's what I want.
That's it! Guillotine is in big trouble, he's tapping all over!
Tonight I'm gonna unleash the pit bull. I'm gonna do what I do best, which is punish my opponent. And tonight, I'm punishing Martin Kampmann.
Yeah, he's gonna try to take my head off. That's good. Make him come in. I'll take your head off. I want to make it a fight.
It's gonna be a war, you know. It could be a stand-up war or just a mix of, you know, takedowns and ground and pound.
A lot of people scared to strike with him. I'm not scared to strike with him. I'm here to get the stoppage. I'm gonna put as much punishment on him as I have to make the referee stop the fight.
We're gonna square off. I'm gonna break Mark Kampmann, and then after that, I'm gonna finish him.
Alves continues to rise.
Our main event in the welterweight division, Thiago Pitbull Alves and Martin the Hitman Kampmann. First fighter on the scale is Martin Kampmann. it's Thiago Pitbull Alves. Australia, that is your main event. Martin Kampmann and Thiago Alves. All right, that is it for the UFC Fight Night on FX Weigh-Ins. We will see you here at All Phones Arena for the fights tomorrow morning. And for those of us watching on Fuel TV, more with Jay Glazer and Stephan Bonner coming up next.
Godspeed and party on.